would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside like partying, and then take us home.
Now I'm gonna be honest right off the bat, I am a single guy, but even I can see that this relationship with Travis Hunter and his girl is not good at all. And recently a lot of clips have been coming out of the two of them, and even other people giving their input about their entire relationship and how it unfolded and why they feel like Travis Hunter's girl was only there for some money and a quick bag. I mean, if you really connect all the dots together, it seems like something we've all already seen before that happens to all young athletes. But I'm gonna go through everything so far and start with the thing that literally kicked all of this off. That would be a video with Travis Hunter and his girl where they were talking about how they met, and it seems like it would be a good time. They had matching pajamas. It seemed like a good atmosphere, but what she said is what caught people off guard when she talked about how he was not her type when they first started talking.
How did we meet from?
I shot myself on Instagram and she dubbed me.
And I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long
time. Like another 2 months. And then he was friend zone because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zone?" I was like, "Yes." I was not into him. And then finally, I had to go to a friend's birthday dinner, and I didn't want to go by myself. So he was like, "Oh, I'll go with you." And then he went with me, and then we was in love.
Yeah, we was in love ever since then. Like we hung out the next weekend.
Yeah.
No, that was during a week.
Call me insecure, call me what you want, but my girlfriend at the time could never go online at any point and tell anyone that at some point not only was I friend zoned, basically a fly on the wall in her life, but also that I wasn't her type. It doesn't matter what context you provide after saying those things. And I would be pissed. What do you mean I'm not your type? And we're together. What is your type? Benjamin Franklin? Ulysses Grant? Because that seems like the only reason you would be with me if I'm not your type. But obviously people online took this and ran with it to the point where someone else had responded and even got a response from Travis Hunter himself afterwards.
This message goes out to Travis Hunter. Listen, Travis, I just want you to be careful, man. Yeah, I said it. Be careful. Congratulations on your engagement, but man, you might have to disengage. Cause it's something about this woman, man. The way she was talking to, and she was talking like she was really that chick. Listen, you love who you love. Facts. Okay, I got that. That's all logical, but something ain't right. I just watched that dumb video of you guys in those matching pajamas that bugged me. And she was like dogging you, going, "Yeah, he wasn't my type." I was like, he wasn't my type. And then we went to this party and then we fell in love. I think personally, I don't know when y'all dated, was it high school? I don't give a f. But when she found out your stats, bro, that's when I think she was like, "Oh, I love him. I love him." I don't know what she is. She's like Indian looking, Latino looking with a sprinkle of Ebonics. I don't know what she is, but one thing I do know, you need to watch your ass, bro. I'm so serious, man. I just something ain't right, and I'm sure people agree with me right now. They're agreeing with me. Don't get suckered into this, bro. You better sign all kinds of papers, man. All right, you better have an ironclad contract, because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you successful, you everybody's type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type.
Understandably, Travis Hunter would see this and then obviously respond talking, because it's like, you've never met him, you never met his girl, and yet you want to speak on their relationship. So it's only understandable that he would want to respond in a way to show that he's not going to let somebody just disrespect his girl. That's really the only option he had at the end of the day as well. So Travis Hunter says, "You know her? No. So don't speak on my relationship. You old as hell. Move on with your life." Which is understandable to say after a response like this, but in all reality, he is just looking out for him. Like, everybody is seeing this and thinking the same thing. It's not just him. It would be crazy if it was just like one or two two people coming out and saying something. It's everybody. Look at any comment section where he talks about her. Look at any place where she is mentioned, and people will always bring up the fact that it's odd that she would say something like this. It's odd the way that she acts, and overall, she looks like she's just using you for your bread. That's it. And I understand I wanted to take advice from somebody who's basically trying to little boy you, but we've already seen this exact situation happen a multitude of times. Consistently, every single year, it feels like there is some star athlete who goes out of his way thinking that he knows better, is gonna get with a girl, and then she just scams that nigga, getting a baby and then child support out of him when he's making it big, starting his life. Like, it's happened so many times already, and that's why everybody is looking like, yo, we've already seen this. We've already seen the script. We've seen the blueprint. We know. But after this, Travis Hunter would then also go on live addressing the situation as well.
Talking about some, Travis, you need to get a new girl. You don't know my girl. You ain't never talked to her in person. You ain't never talked to me in person. So stop being a fake supporter and stop being, why you weren't, all you dudes worrying about another dude relationship. Y'all single. You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Porter, talking about some, let the internet trolls, you know, get her out of her body. And I hope she see this message in the morning. So y'all, send this to her. I love you, Leona. I hope you see this message in the morning. We're good. My fans, my real fans support you. And the people that's hating, we just gonna let them hate. We got the real family over here, and you know how that go.
Like Rod said, man, haters gonna do what haters do.
Yeah, haters gonna do what haters do.
The biggest thing he was saying is, we have too much free time. I mean, he is true. I'm the one making a whole video about him. And that people don't know his girl like he does. Obviously, he's been in a relationship for 5 years. We don't know them like they do, but they do share a lot online. And because of that, after people saw this response and everything that was going on, a lot of people started digging up convos that she had, and a lot of videos of them talking about each other. And one of them was a video about how her and Travis were when they were just starting to talk to each other.
And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila like in my veins. So I drink, like, I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff, and he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside, like, partying, and then take us home. Like, he never tried to be like, oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends, or you can't.
After hearing that, I'm starting to think I've just never been in love, because I'd be damned if I'm talking to a girl and she wants me to drive her to a party, and I sit outside that party for hours just for her to come out drunk, and I have to take her home. God only knows what happened inside there. And I feel like it would be fun if it was just one instance, or even something that was just happening with their relationship, like her just saying she's not my type. That could be explained away. But then you have other instances where he is getting a award, and yet she doesn't even stand up for him to congratulate him until someone else basically forces her to. Last one to get up, first one to sit right back down. I guess she didn't even want to share in a moment with her man, and getting an award that literally congratulates all the hard work he's been putting into the sport that he wanted to make his life, and is dedicating his life to. Who else would want to go ahead and share in that moment and congratulate him and show that you really support what he's doing? Doesn't make any sense to me either. But with her, it seems like a reoccurring issue, as when he was out taking pictures with fans, she seemed to be giving him attitude.
All right.
I just stay here then where everybody
You go to the hotel, you go walk around.
Matt. I called him twice.
Where's that coming from?
What's that?
No, that's fine. Trev, we're going to take one as a group, and that's it.
As I said earlier, if these were just one-off instances, I feel like they would have been completely fine. Hey, maybe in this scenario, she's just tired. She wants to go home. She's been there for a while. Explainable. But then you tack on top of this with her doing this and then her doing that and then her having an issue with this. It's like, come on, back to back to back. There's always a problem. There's always something going on and it stems from her. And then I started to feel like I'm a little bit too judgmental because maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe it's just me. And then I get online, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, pick the platform. Everyone's talking about it everywhere. And I will figure out that I am not the only one who's saying this and thinking the same thing, because I couldn't imagine going up to anyone I know and them being okay with it. And we have people on TikTok literally making whole response videos talking about it as well.
You ain't never had no girl, so why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. Talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life.
Y'all don't know her like I do. That's my girl. Y'all don't know her like I do. Listen, man, we gotta leave Travis alone. Leave Travis Hunter alone. Brody just won Heisman. Let Cuz do his thing. This is what it looks like when you are in love. You let love blind you, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to be delusional about your girl. You're just supposed to. When you are in love with your person, there is nothing nobody can say about that person to you. And that's exactly what he's going through. I got tagged in a video where the girl gave a story time on how they met and everything. Shorty said she was in college and he was in high school. First off, that's a red flag. Whatever. Bro, Doggy said that she used to go to parties and he used to wait outside for her while she was partying because he didn't party or drink. So she would be in the party drinking, probably talking to guys and all this other shit, partying, getting drunk, while he's outside in the car waiting for her. There's nothing you can say to Travis right now. There's nothing. He is simplified right now, bro. Every guy then almost went through it if y'all haven't. Well, I haven't done no crazy ass shit like that, but Cuz used to wait outside in the car while she partied drinking tequila.
So it's not just me that's shocked about everything that's going on. Obviously, any normal person that sees it is gonna have a lot of questions and is gonna be confused, and not only confused, but also telling them, man, we've seen this same trap set before. How can you not see it? Please open your eyes and look. But obviously, with all this backlash and a response from Travis Hunter himself, his girl had to come in and defend herself after all of the things being said about her. And it's only right and it only makes sense. The only issue was her response was a little bit not what you would expect, like in any way, shape, or form. And I'm gonna be pausing through it just to dissect certain parts, so just keep that in mind.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not. But what's a testimony without a test of faith? So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online, but I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women, so I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM.
Pause right there. Pause. Because what are we really saying right now? You did not message him back because he had a girl in his bio, which means he was going out of his way to DM you and to cheat, and you were going to wait for the cheater to be single so you could talk to the cheater. What the fuck are we talking about? And then saying that you were a feminist, you wouldn't want that done to you, so you're not gonna do it to her. Okay, you know what would have been real smart of you? Screenshot that DM, send it to her. Hey, look at what your man is doing. I don't think you should be going through this. Obviously, if he's DMing you, you're probably not the only one. So if you really cared about his girlfriend, that's what you would have done. Instead, no, you just exited and waited, as you said yourself, for him to be single so that y'all could talk to the cheater. Again, remember, because he is cheating on his current girlfriend in this scenario.
Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated look the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who's a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me, and he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't. So no, he wasn't my type at first off of those two things, but that didn't discredit the fact that I was attracted to him. That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal and wonderful human being, and that's why we're together, and that's why we're still together to this day.
I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't. But then I talked to him later and I found out he was a great person. How can those two things even appear near each other in any sentence form? So you're telling me in the beginning he was not your type because he was a cheater, he was younger than you, which those two things literally have not changed at all. He still cheated on his girl. You saw it, you have the evidence, you are aware of that. He is still younger than you. That's literally never going to change at any point in time. So what we're saying right now is he has not changed in any way. Maybe he is an amazing person, he's still a cheater. And your type apparently isn't cheaters, but yet you were able to demean that and throw that shit away because who the fuck knows? Maybe it was for some other reason. Only God could tell us, but I unfortunately cannot. And then she wants to go ahead and marry this man who was about to come into so much money and so much opportunity that he won't know what to do with it. He's gonna be flying out on someone else's dime, being able to interact with so many women that he will constantly have to keep that temptation away. And yet you've already seen yourself that he is unable to do this task correctly, yet you still get with him. So logically, it just doesn't make any sense from the outside looking in.
Okay, now the last thing, this actual Heisman ceremony. This is making me so mad because anyone who knows me knows I support Travis in every win, everything he does, because I truly love that man. He is perfect in my eyes. So when his name was called, I instantly was gonna, if you watch the video, you can see me like, but his mom didn't get up. So I was like, oh, maybe I don't get up. Maybe I just sit here with her. So I sat there and then y'all said Coach Prime had to tell me to get up. No, he didn't. He said, go get him. Go get your man. Like, and once Travis stood up, but he didn't have to do that because I was going to do that anyways. As soon as I seen Travis get up, then I thought it was appropriate to stand up, greet him, congratulate him. But then there was a camera right in front of Coach Prime. And I knew they were going to film that moment. And because of how people are online, I was like, I don't want to be in that shot. So I'm going to sit down. So I try to sit down so I'm not in the camera while I'm crying. People are gonna be like, oh, why is she crying? Like, you know, stuff like that. And so I got out of the camera purposefully so they can have their moment. That's all it was. No one told me to stand up. No one had to tell me to celebrate with him. I was just sitting there crying. I wanted to take it in myself too. I was super excited for him.
In all reality, that explanation could be possible. It makes sense. Hey, I didn't know. I just hesitated and I was looking around. The other woman that's most important in his life didn't get up, so I thought maybe I shouldn't. When other people around him, like his coach and even someone else close to him, got up instantly, I just felt like it wasn't my place. That could be true and possible. Or she could be lying. These could be fake tears. We honestly have no real idea. The only reason people are more inclined to not believe her is because of the other things she's already said in past videos, which make people feel like she's untrustworthy, she's weird, she's odd, and she moves differently than a way a normal person would, especially being argumentative or just not being happy when it comes to certain situations. And that right there, if it was an isolated incident, again, could have been fine, but it's not. And of course, the internet is gonna drag it regardless. In all reality, I feel like they should just stop making videos on it. Travis Hunter and her should just stop talking about it, period, because there's nothing she could say to convince anyone that she's in the right in any situation. No matter how much talking she does, no matter how many people she brings on to justify her point, no matter how much Travis speaks out about how much he loves her, there's nothing that can be said that will rectify people's minds to make them think, oh, you know, we were just tripping, we were wilding, like this and that. The internet did not just drag her for an entire weekend because they found one instance to be odd. No, they kept finding things on top of other things on top of other things, which made more and more people be aware of the situation and not like her. So no amount of words that she could say is most likely going to change their mind. In my opinion, with a lot of these things put together, it seems kind of odd, her behavior, the way she's acting, and literally her own contradictions in her own statement about the situation. It's not surprising that people would have questions about her actions. I will say though, the internet has been taking it way too far. I even saw a post by somebody saying that they were bored and used some type of code to find an old OF that she had happened to make, which is insane. And the fact that you're doing that when you're bored makes no sense. So the internet has been taking it way too far when it comes to all of these things. But at the end of the day, some of the things that I did show you already online that they presented to us anyway. And overall, I hope that we're all wrong. I really do. But at the end of the day, this is a grown man. So if he's getting played and doesn't want to listen to everybody else around him telling him that, hey, bro, you're most likely getting played, then he's gonna have to just deal with the consequences of his actions. And at the end of the day, that's all he really can do. We don't have the foresight to see what's going to happen, and we actually don't know them. So maybe they are an amazing couple. They have talked about things, and everything that did happen happened for a reason, and they're okay because of it. In all reality, I've seen the same situation play out with multiple people. We literally had people over here having whole books written about how to trick on men who are up and coming athletes, and yet it still happens every single year with at least somebody. Hopefully I'm wrong and the entire world is wrong and their relationship flourishes and only does well. But if it doesn't, that's gonna be a surprise to literally no one but Travis himself. At least that's what I think. And if you want to tell me what you think, the best place to do that would be the comment section down below as this video is over. But if you did enjoy the video, then consider giving it a like. And if you enjoy videos like this, then maybe consider subscribing, because I drop videos like this every single week. And if you don't ever want to miss out on a video, then definitely click that bell so you get notified as soon as I upload. That's enough from me. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.